Hello everybody! If you are following my season, you know that last episode we worked on our industrial district, beautifying and sprucing it up to look a lot more beautiful than it did well before this. And I think we need to continue that trend by building up a nice doorway entrance into this farm, because this is not great at all. It's literally a 1x2 doorway that you just walk into darkness. So I think I can do a little better than this. So why don't we I'll just build it up and I'll be right back once this is done. And just like that, we are all done with this tunnel. Now, this tunnel didn't take too long to build, so it wasn't too bad. But I love the design. The walls are a little bland, but that is okay because you're not really in here for decorations. But I kind of went a little extra with the flooring because I really like this design. I saw it on Reddit. I saw something similar to this on Reddit. I don't have the Reddit post, so I can't really link it. So if anyone sees this design similar with a picture on Reddit, please put it in the comments, and I will pin that to make sure I give credit where it's due. But this should hold up exactly as we need it. That members of Zetacraft come through the portal, come on over, they enter, and they walk in. And these will not be this color. They'll be fully oxidized to match with the prismarine, so it won't look this weird. As this oxidizes, it'll look a lot better. So what I want to do now is actually go ahead and start collecting the resources for the shop. Now, Time is taking a small break, but he gave me the schematic for what he has done on this, and it's pretty much the shell of this shop that's going to go up. So I have pretty much that, and I'll just build that up, and then we can go through it, and I'll show you what he did. But first, I need to collect all the resources, and it is not that many total resources, but it's a lot of different items. So it's going to take me a bit to get them all sorted. So why don't I go ahead and do that, and if anything interesting happens, I will record and show you. So after a few days of collecting resources, this is what I got as the sun sets. I've got 5 shelter boxes. Some of them are pretty much full here. And those were all the resources you just saw. So why don't we go ahead and just go right into the time lapse and get this puppy built. So let's go. And just like that, we have our alien spaceship all done and dusted. Now, we still have some of the copper to wait until that fully oxidizes, but not all of it will be oxidized. But this thing is absolutely amazing. Again, Time Architect made this design. I did nothing. I just built and collected the resources. This thing is amazing. So let's go up the tube like we're being pulled up into the alien spacecraft. And here we are inside. Dude, this thing is gorgeous. Time just did such a wonderful job designing this thing. It was a pain in the butt to build with all this deep slate gold ore I had to go get, but luckily there were 4 stacks of this stuff in this thing. 4 stacks of this. Luckily, time gave me 2 stacks, so it doesn't take nearly as long to get, but it still took me a couple hours just to get this alone, let alone all this concrete and stuff. But again, this thing looks absolutely gorgeous, especially in here. I love the look of this. I just realized there's no exit. There's no way to get out of here. So that's a bit of an issue. All right, I made a temporary exit just so people can get out. Just pop right out and they can go right back into the shopping district. And it's not the easiest thing to see, especially since it's on the back side of the shopping district. The main part of the shopping district is right over there. So I think this is a good exit, as they can just go like that and fly to the rest. So the purpose of this shop is to sell basically passes to my industrial district for mainly like the wood. That is probably what most people would use my shopping or industrial district for, is for the shulker boxes of wood that I have. So I want to be able to sell those or sell time on my farm. Basically, they can use the farms like an hour at a time, or however much they paid for, but 1 hour time slot, and then they can grab what the average rate is. Like if they fill, the average rate is like 3 shulker boxes an hour. They can grab 3 shulker boxes and then that'll be that. But I need to put up stuff around here in order to sell that stuff, because this is currently just empty. So I need to put up at least some signs and chests and whatnot to sell that type of stuff. All right, so one, I added in a spore blossom to add some ambiance to this. That was in the original design. I just forgot to do it. And I also made some basic instructions so far for what the setup will be like. So let's go through this lectern. So welcome to the Zalian Saucer. I think that's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good name. If you don't, put a comment down below and maybe I'll come, if there's a really good name in the comments, I'll put that in here instead. So welcome to the Zalian Saucer, where prices are out of this world, obviously. So the premise of this is trade X amount of diamonds for a Zoken that will be used in my Zames industrial district to either take full shulker boxes of stuff or to run a farm for 1 hour. You can keep the shulker as well. So for the wood farm, shulker box, trade 55 diamonds for a full shulker box of any wood type at the farm. Now, that sounds like a lot, but the current going price for wood right now is 2 diamonds a stack, which is a full shulker would be 54 diamonds. I charge 1 diamond more just because of the shulker box. That is literally the only reason why it's 55 and not 54, is to cover the cost of a shulker box. But you could also run the farm for 1 hour, and that would be trade in 40 diamonds to run the tree farm for the 1 hour of any one type of wood. Only take full shulkers that you produce. So you can't take, like, if you produce 3.5 shulker boxes, as an example, you can only take the full 3 shulkers that you have produced. You can't take the half shulker. Now for the bone meal farm, shulker box, trade in 15 diamonds for 1 full shulker box, or you can run the farm for 1 hour and trade in 10 diamonds to run the bone meal farm and only take the full shulker boxes that you produce. The bee farm is currently off limits because I don't have it set up to be shulker box loading. Also, I don't have I don't have an infinite glass supply or sand supply. So I don't have a way to recoup the glasses that are used unless I make them return it, which would be kind of a hassle. For the blue flower farm, trade in 27 diamonds for a full shulker. That should be 28 diamonds, again, to cover the cost of a shulker box. But, oh no, it's 27 because they have to provide their own shulker box. Not set up for shulker farming, which is fine. So they have to provide their own shulker box. And then, or they can trade in 15 diamonds to run the blue flower farm for 1 hour. Only take exactly what they produce, and that is currently it. Now this is a work in progress, but we need to make some Zokens. So I've gone ahead and created my Zokens, and I just have these simple little chests here to determine or to show which farm is what. Whoa, that was awful. Oh yeah, let's not do that. Which farm is what? And I created Zokens out of amethyst shards with, they're not just called Zokens, they are, but they have an individual name. So this is be Wood Farm Zoken, which is worth pretty much 40 or 55 diamonds. So this could potentially be traded, you know, by other Zeta members, because they're worth an X amount of money or X amount of diamonds. So you could potentially trade them, you know, if you wanted to get some wood or some bone meal or some flour or whatever else I produce in the future. However, I think for now that will end today's episode, as we did a little bit of work. I know this has been a long time coming for this video, but I promise more videos will be coming sooner than this one came, which is over a month. I think this is week 6 since I started recording. The very first recording of this video, the intro, happens in February, mid-February, and it's already mid-May, so maybe like 5 weeks at this point. Yeah, it's been a long time for this video, but more videos are coming. So I hope to see you guys next time. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.